In this tutorial, you will learn to identify direct objects and indirect objects, to identify predicate nominatives and predicate adjectives. Have you ever worked on a puzzle and been frustrated because a piece was missing? Just like puzzles, sentences need all their parts in order to be complete. Some sentences are complete and make sense with only a subject and a verb. For example, Karen slept. Most of the time, however, a sentence will need additional parts in order to make sense. Complements are words or groups of words that help give a sentence meaning. The sentences below all have subjects and verbs. The sentences below all have subjects and verbs, yet they are missing something. Click the toggle switch to see the completed sentences. Sometimes you need a complement in addition to a subject and verb to complete a sentence's meaning. There are 4 different types of complements. Complements can be simple, one word, or compound, more than one word. Click each type of complement to see some examples. Many sentences contain transitive verbs. A transitive verb or action verb transfers action from the subject to the direct object. One way to remember this is to recall that transitive and transfer begin with the same letters. A direct object is the word or group of words that answers the question, who or what received the action of the transitive verb. Direct objects can be nouns or pronouns. Click the image and read the example. Remember, every transitive verb shows action. However, not every action verb transfers action to a direct object. Which sentence includes a direct object? To identify a direct object, find the verb. Then ask yourself, does this verb show action? Is anyone or anything receiving that action? Is each bolded word a direct object? If so, drag the sentence into the box. Like direct objects, indirect objects can be nouns or pronouns. An indirect object is a word or group of words that comes before a direct object. It answers the question, to or for whom or what is the action done? Click the image to read the example. Danielle handed me a dish towel. Me is an indirect object. It answers the question, to whom did Danielle hand the dish towel, the direct object? A direct object often appears without an indirect object. An indirect object, however, never appears without a direct object. Click the toggle switch to add indirect objects to these sentences. A direct object answers the question, who or what received the action. An indirect object answers the question, to or for whom or what is an action done. Drag each sentence into the box that identifies the bold-faced word or group of words. Predicate nominatives appear with linking verbs, verbs that do not show action. Common linking verbs include all the forms of be, am, is, are, was, were, become, feel, think, seem, appear, and want. A predicate nominative is a noun or pronoun that names or identifies the subject of a linking verb. This is easy to remember because nominative and name begin with the same letter. Click the image to see an example. The fresh new snow was our reason for going outside. In this sentence, reason is a predicate nominative that identifies snow. Was, the past tense of be, is a common linking verb. A predicate nominative doesn't receive action. It renames the subject. It appears with a linking verb, not an action verb. Read each sentence. If the bolded words are predicate nominatives, click the image beside that sentence. Predicate adjectives also appear with linking verbs. They modify or describe the subjects of the linking verbs. To decide whether a word or a group of words is a predicate nominative or a predicate adjective, ask yourself, does this identify the subject or describe it? Click the image to see an example. The mountain looked mysterious in the moonlight. In this sentence, mysterious is a predicate adjective that describes mountain. Looked is a common linking verb. As you've just learned, a predicate adjective modifies or describes the subject. It appears after a linking verb. Is the bold-faced word a predicate adjective? Click yes or no. Remember that predicate nominatives identify or rename the subject. Predicate adjectives describe the subject. Drag each sentence into the box that identifies the bold-faced word or group of words. Read the passage, then read the statements below. Click each correct statement. A complement is a word or group of words that complete the meaning of a sentence. There are 4 types of complements. A direct object receives the action of a transitive verb or action verb. An indirect object tells to or for whom or what the action of the transitive verb is done. A predicate nominative renames or identifies the subject of a linking verb. A predicate adjective describes or modifies the subject of a linking verb.